and I think I did more damage to myself there. I didn't tear my Achilles. I don't even think I pulled it. The physiotherapist had said that it was just overused and inflamed. Um, so that was really good news. I really did not want to have an Achilles tear and be out for longer than I was already going to be out for. I took about a month off of running, uh, at least I think a month um, off of running. And what I did was I just stationary biked. I have a friend that's a cyclist, and I just asked him for a workout, and he gave me a workout that's you go 20 seconds hard, 40 seconds easy, and I did that for 30 minutes straight almost every day, and it really helped keep strength up. And so basically my point there is, if you have an injury or you overtrain yourself, find something else to do to kind of break up the, from running always hard constantly. Maybe bike every now and then, like either outside when the weather's nice, like today. It's a nice summer, spring day-ish. So in the winter, it's a little tougher to get out there on a bike, but if you have a stationary bike or you have access to a gym, my gym's like a kilometer away from where I am. That's a good option. Um, I feel like people often associate overtraining with that. They feel like they're not going to get in shape if they don't train hard enough. But really, overtraining is nothing more than you're just pushing yourself harder than you need to. You're not going to get fit in one day. You could go and have a really good core workout or a strength training session, but it's not going to help you in one day. You can't go run. You can't take 3 months off and then say you have like a race or a game one day, and with the weeks leading up to that game, you start training really hard. You're not going to get stronger. It's the work that you put in the months leading up to it that are going to help you do well in that event or game or championship. I've been reading this book. I haven't got around to it much because I've been really busy with training and studying for final exams. I just had my first exam today, and throughout the Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and then I'll be done. This book, it's Run Like a Champion by Adam Culpepper, with Brian Metzler, and the foreword is by Meb Keflezighi. You may know who Meb Keflezighi is. He's a really good U.S. distance runner, a really strong U.S. distance runner. He's actually, I'm not sure where he's from. He may be South African, he may be African, Kenyan, but I'm not sure. I know that he is an American citizen, and he won the Boston Marathon 2013, I believe, 2013. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe that was the year. And yeah, so the book is called Run Like a Champion, an Olympian's Approach for Every Runner, and it basically just goes through and tells you how to hydrate, how to your race tactics, overtraining, like I was talking about, which is going to be the topic of this video. Overtraining, which means your easy runs should be really controlled and smooth. A lot of the times I like to go harder on my easy run, but your easy run shouldn't be like a slow jog, like you're completely fine the entire time. Your easy run should be like a minute to a minute 30 slower than your 5K pace, which is what my coach puts at the bottom of our schedules every time she writes them and sends them out, is that it says your easy run should be relaxed and should be about a minute to a minute 30 slower than 5K pace, which is what I try to make it out to be. Typically, on a good day, you have a good race or a good workout, and I have a lot of good workouts with the club. A lot of the guys are faster than me. Like I said, I haven't been running for more than a year. It's been 10 months. Tomorrow was my first workout. 10 months ago, I ran the Rock the Road 10K. Actually, just a couple weekends ago, on June 7th, I ran Rock the Road 10K. And last year, in August was when the race was. This year it was in June. Last year I ran it in 41 minutes and 41 seconds, coincidentally, and this year I ran it in 37:22 after just 10 months of hard training, putting in work, and it really helps, but it's it's the fact of the, like I was saying, it's the months that lead up to that one race that you really wanted to excel in and do well in that helps you out. It's not the training you do just in the month leading up to it. The month leading up to it could be anything from, you could go on like 3 5K easy runs, run 15K in a week, and then do a 10K, but your results aren't going to be good. You have to train all the way up. Before I joined the club, and actually it's a funny story on how I joined the club. So if I keep looking this way, I'm watching the Blue Jays game and they're winning. Just hit a home run actually. Anyway, it's I never ran with a club or with anybody really. I just ran on my own, and I just would think like, okay, I have the Nike Plus Sport Watch GPS, and I used to have the Nike Plus app before I got the watch on my phone, and I would just go out for a run, just thinking, all right, I'm just gonna go out for an easy run or go for a hard run, and I would all the time like my training wasn't great, so I'd try and run like a mile, and I try to beat my mile time every time. And then I realized like that it doesn't work. It doesn't work if you want to just get out and run a mile in like 4 minutes. Like my best mile time before this year was 5:21. Right now my best mile time is 4:50. And I know for a lot of people that's like, oh, that's crappy depending on what your skill level is. But like I said, I've only been running for about 10 months now, and it's really been an exciting time to get to know a whole bunch of other like really skilled runners from all over the world and all over the country and the continent, and really just everywhere. Meet them, talk to them over social media. I haven't met a lot of them in person. I watched the Canadian 10,000 meter championships. Actually, I helped lap count it, and I got to watch a lot of the guys that I see on social media do so well race in person, just a few meters ahead from where I was on the track, counting their lap times. And it was a great experience to see. It was a great experience to watch them run 25 laps around the track, around a 400 meter track. And in this upcoming Sunday, I'm running the 1500 meter night that our club puts on, and the following Sunday on the 28th. So 10 days from now, I'll be running the 5,000 on the track, which is 12 and a half laps. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And I haven't overtrained since my injuries, and since I've been training with the club. Back when I was just running on my own, I would run like 2 times a day, 3 times a day, because I thought like I needed to run that much in order to be in shape. A lot of the guys on our club, and the ladies too, and all the athletes on our club, they all run about 2 times a day sometimes. But it's because their runs are like 24K easy, 30K long. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but you kind of get where I'm coming from. It's the type of thing like you need to break up your runs because you can't run 24K straight. A lot of people just don't have enough time in their day to do that. A lot of the times I wake up, no matter what day of the week it is, and get up and do my long run like 5 a.m. Like last Sunday, I woke up at 5 a.m. and did my long run. A lot of people are like, Zach, you're crazy. You're getting up at 5 a.m. to do a long run. Like, are you stupid? I was like, yeah, but I need to get it in, because if I get it in the morning, I feel so much better that day. And on school days especially, I'll sit there and I'll be like, I'll get home from school and I'll just be dreaded. Like, I'll just be dreaded from the day and everything, doing work and phys ed class and running around and getting, all my stuff done and whatnot. But it's tiring, and I get home and I'm like, oh, I just don't want to do anything and do my homework for like 7 hours, depending on how much I have and how much I get distracted by my phone and everything else, dinner, and it's tough because, and then in the morning you wake up, it's 5 a.m. You look at your alarm goes off, you're like, oh god, like I gotta get up and I gotta get. But then you realize it's like the bigger goal. You have the bigger goal in your head, and you're like, okay, I know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta accomplish. I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna get it done today. A lot of people they think, okay, well, I need to go get this run done, and they go get their training done in the morning, and they have a great day. You can get a nice